Hi, I'm Finn Poshman, President and CEO of APEC, the Atlantic Provinces Economic Council. APEC is an independent, non-profit research shop. We're always looking for ideas. We're always looking for the best ways to drive our great economy forward, whether it's through our media commentary, our research, our publications, or events. We are always on the hunt for ideas. This fall, we partnered with Sobey School of Business and St. Mary's University to ask our community to serve up the next great idea, to fuel prosperity, to drive our great region forward. The responses were thoughtful, action-oriented, and shown that when given a chance, Atlantic Canadians want to be a powerful force for change in an uncertain world. The responses serve as a snapshot at a pivotal moment in our economy. Now let's share some of the great ideas that we heard.
The biggest challenge that we have is to consider ourselves one region, not hundreds of communities or even 4 provinces or a bunch of different universities. We need to be bold, go to market globally on a world stage as one solid region.
Collectively, we all have the same challenge right now of making sure we do have the workforce of tomorrow, that we attract more youth, that we retain youth, that we find the population that can live here in Atlantic Canada with us. My big idea is that we need to work collectively across Atlantic Canada to tackle these issues together, to make sure that we retain, attract young people.
We already do a number of very exciting things in Atlantic Canada, but I think what we need to do more of is to collaborate and work together as a region to not only achieve greater innovation, but also to highlight and to promote our successes worldwide.
Atlantic Canada has some of the biggest tidal shifts in the world, so tidal power would be amazing and great for generations way into the future. That's my idea.
In Atlantic Canada, we're blessed with the Atlantic Ocean right here in our midst. And we have an opportunity that other provinces like Ontario and Quebec, they don't have that like we do. We can create a tremendous amount of economic activity right here in Atlantic Canada by developing our aquaculture industry in the future.
I think the next big idea is around this integration of smart technologies into our lives. I'm standing next to 2 examples. One is a 3D printer that is printing an energy efficient home design. And I also have here some technology that allows me to know how much energy is being used in my home at any moment in time by checking on my smartphone.
This year, Atlantic Canadians will spend $10.2 billion on delivering healthcare products and services. That's a $140 million increase over the previous year. Let's resolve that going forward, any increases into the system must be matched by a 2% return to an Atlantic Health Innovation Fund.
Let's create a joint procurement program for goods and supplies for the Atlantic Canadian provinces and do it within 1 year. That seems too big. Focus on 2 departments shared by all provinces, health and education. Let's do this soon. It can be impactful, actionable, and have results.
Our big idea for Halifax and Nova Scotia is simple: invest in our youth. By investing in youth, we can make Nova Scotia the fastest growing economy in Canada. So, number 1, we'd like you to favor hiring youth. Take the risk, it will pay off. Number 2, we'd like you to invest in Halifax and Nova Scotia. We have the talent that you need to grow your business. And number 3, it's time to go for it. It's time to make youth retention a priority.
You know what Atlantic Canada needs? We need immigrants. We need to open up the doors and create some incredible enticements and programs to get immigrants landing here on our shores and get them into our workforces. The reason why is they're entrepreneurial, they're exciting, they're going to create jobs, they're going to create business. A lot of people think they're going to steal our jobs. On the contrary, they will create magic. I love them.
First and foremost is a strategy to keep medical professionals practicing in rural parts of the Atlantic region, as well as real concrete tax breaks for small, medium-sized businesses. We need a sustainable and very meaningful strategy to keep immigrants here in this part of our country, and jobs. Boy, do we need jobs.
We need to move beyond the traditional approach to internationalization, which is simply about bringing international students to us. Instead, we need to take the next step, which is to focus on the way in which those students from other parts of the world bring ideas to us, and we work together to transform innovation inside our institutions. We need to leverage our internationally diverse group of students and our excellent faculty members to be part of that engagement.
If we taught business and economics as part of our core curriculum, Atlantic Canada would be a different place to live. Our governments would feel the pressure to innovate and foster competitiveness, rather than the significant and enduring pressure to simply grease the squeakiest wheel.
I feel that if every 4 years on a 4-year rotation, businesses could have an opportunity for a provincial tax exemption up to $10,000 to be able to have those funds as a surplus to reinvest back into their business, that would give them an opportunity to hire, gain more equipment should they need it, expand their services or explore new markets. That would give them an opportunity to be able to create that additional sustainability for their local business and the local economy.
Really creative people have a sense of patience, so do teams, and we have to be able to find that sweet spot in Atlantic Canada with a sense of urgency to move ahead, with a sense of patience to be creative and do it well.
Instead of thinking, what's the next big idea? Think about it, what's the big idea? What's the big idea putting up with the status quo? What's the big idea being satisfied with our current levels of employment or unemployment and lack of innovation? We can do more, Atlantic Canada, and it's up to us to start putting forward some responses, some questions, just challenging ourselves to do more with what we have. Let's flip things around. Let's look for strategic advantages. I don't have the answers. Not one person does. But all of us working together, we can do it.
George Bernard Shaw once said that if you have an apple and I have an apple and we exchange apples, then we each still have only one apple. But if you have an idea and I have an idea and we exchange ideas, then we each have 2 ideas. Perhaps one of the great ideas that we document here will be embraced by our community and begin the change that makes Atlantic Canada a better place to live and to work.